Hey everybody, this is a live stream of just chatting about God. We're playing Diablo 2 Resurrected, and we're just in the middle of a run. If you can see on the screen, we have today's goal is to find an Istrune. I'll be doing that as we chat about these topics. This is sort of like a test run of the topics. Like, first thing, like, really quick, 2 minutes about politics and maybe about talk about God, sports, and then we talk about God. So at the same time, we're just gonna be just playing Diablo 2 Resurrected. Obviously, we are fighting. Uh, we're here to fight evil, which is why Diablo is a good game for this type of topic. And before we start, I'm gonna identify this amulet here. It could be pretty cool, or it could be nothing. All right, Flang, what do you think this is gonna be? Something? A nothing burger, she says. Micah, what do you think? Tell me, what do you want? Okay, he's scratching. He's just scratching the microphone. Okay, here we go. We want Mara's kaleidoscope. No Kozan relic. It was a nothing burger. I'll put it in stash anyways. All right. So welcome to the channel. We are just chatting. Um, we are just chatting. Let's talk about politics first. Right now it's what is it? February. Oh, and by the way, I am playing hardcore, which means if I die, I die. Oh gosh. Um, Donald Trump is always in the news, and I'm Canadian, so he's always talking about making us the 51st state. I don't know. I don't know if this guy is just. I know, Micah. Isn't it funny? That guy, Donald Trump. It's always about causing a stir, causing chaos. Chaos sanctuary later, maybe. But yeah, don't know what to make much about it. I think a lot of Canadians are split on this kind of thing. Maybe think like, oh, he's just joking. Oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I think Donald Trump just loves to play to his voters. I think he just wants to make sure like he is. These are my personal thoughts. He's trying to get a legacy going. He wants to make sure that after his time in office, there will be either his kids or like Ivanka or whatever that they can be presidential worthy. So he just plays to his base. He's just trying to see if he's strong, uh, someone who's gets rid of income tax or something like that. So I don't really think he wants Canada to be the 51st state. He just likes to have that fiery rhetoric so that he looks strong. And that's what he sort of is in all of his shows and all the things that he likes to do. Um, yeah. Let's move on to sports. Oh my goodness. Today was the first game of LeBron and Luca. Boy, if anyone here is following that, they know that there's a lot of stuff going on with the sports world. Yeah, right, Micah? Micah's a 6 month old, almost seventh month. Next, uh, next Thursday, he'll be 7 months old. And he's just watching me play a bit of Diablo. He's sitting on my lap. And, yeah, I binded all the keys so that I can play with one hand. I'm playing with one hand, Flang. I know, is that crazy? Yeah. But I'm playing a sorceress, which makes it a little bit easier. I don't really need to do much. Just need two skills really. Teleport and Blizzard. Okay. So, yeah, Lakers won today with Luca. That's pretty cool. I'm sort of a Lakers fan. I'm sort of breastplate. Venom Ward? Is this Venom Ward? I think it's Venom Ward. Um, yeah, I'm sort of like a LeBron fan. He sort of won me over when he was in, I think it was what, 2016 that they played against Golden State Warriors, and they were down 3-1, but they came back. They came back, um, being able to win in 7 games. That was pretty awesome. That was against the Golden State Warriors when they went 73-9. So that's pretty crazy. That team was pretty stacked. All right. So this is just chatting about God. So we're in the topic now. I am a Christian. I am a believer, and some of the common objections that you might have heard of, or a lot of people talk about, is uh, is why I can't believe in God because there's so much suffering. Well, that is a very common topic indeed, and it sort of goes like this: like a lot of people, you and I, and Micah included, they see a lot of suffering in life, and if we claim that God is a loving God, how is it possible that there is so much suffering in the world? And so that's a very common question. And I would say, first of all, it's an emotional question. We see a lot of death, destruction, suffering, and it invokes a lot of emotions, but it's not very logical. But we should address it nonetheless. And usually, if I am talking with friends, I maybe would ask them, like, okay, like something like the Holocaust. There's 6 million Jews that died. Why would God allow that? And I would maybe respond by asking, like, okay, let's say that somehow there wasn't 6 million Jews that died. Let's say it was like 5 million Jews. Would that all of a sudden change the topic? Would you all of a sudden be like, oh yeah, you're right. Only 5 million people had died, and therefore it's okay. No, of course not. You'd be like, no, 5 million is way too much. Okay, then we'd go back to the discussion and be like, okay, well, how about 4 million? And I think you could sort of see where I'm going. We can all argue back and forth, like what if just 10,000 people died? And you get to the point where you would realize, even if just one person died, we would be discussing about God would not be a loving God. And is that true? Even if just one person died, that is God all of a sudden an unjust God? And so I would say that the numbers, you could throw around big numbers all the time, 10 billion or 1 trillion people who died. It's not about the numbers. That is what we call a sort of like a fallacy, or like a red herring. Doesn't matter about the numbers. It's more about the concept and the logic of that. So, can a loving God have pain? Would allow suffering? And so, logically, in my opinion, the answer is yes. How is that possible? A loving God would allow um, suffering because this is a God that wants us to have choice. He's giving us the option to have choice, to choose if we want to. Right, Micah? Yeah, Micah's a great choice. Okay, I'll use an analogy. Let's say you have loving parents who raised you and loved you, and they would eventually want you to go out of the house and explore the world because they love you. They want you to have choice, wouldn't they? But loving parents know that even though that they let you out of the house, are they going to expect that you are never going to get hurt? Of course not. They will know. They will know that you will probably make mistakes, that you'll probably get hurt, have a car accident, or get into a relationship. Oh, that's a big path. That's a scary path. Get into relationships and yeah, that you're going to go through like times of suffering, learning things that oh, I can't kill those guys. Um yeah, like they'll you will know that even though you get hurt in life, you wouldn't say like, oh my gosh, my parents are non-loving parents because they gave me choice and they let me out of the house and and they shouldn't have done that. Oh, I got oh Thorun, Sorun, and a ring. So God is something similar. God is someone who is wants you to have that freedom, have the choice, have these opportunities to go out and explore, and to even choose to worship God. Not, he doesn't want to force you to worship God, and so he's giving you that choice. If if a lot of non-believers, people who are like, I don't like God. Oh shoot, I need to use a potion. Oh shoot. A lot of people are like, God needs to be a loving God, someone who doesn't allow pain and suffering. Well, then there wouldn't be much of a choice, right? You wouldn't have that choice of rejecting God, and that is what God has allowed for us to reject Him and to explore the world. You can't force someone to love you, and that is very, very, very important indeed. You might say, well, how come God allows children to die or innocent children who are in, let's say, third world countries to suffer hunger and everything? Right, that's unfortunate, and that's part of sin. That's part of sinfulness. And at the end of the day, uh, who does God empower? Who does God call to make those changes in life so that there is less suffering in the world? Right? He's calling you and me. He's calling people who understand the importance of life. So he's calling Christians, faith believers like you and me, to go and make those changes. And it is very unfortunate that there are people who suffer and who die without even hearing the name of Jesus. But we should pray for those people, and we should pray that there would be less and less suffering altogether. And at the end of the day, at the very end of the day, is there a place where there is no suffering? Is there a place where there is peace and love and um, uh, uh, just one with God? Absolutely, there is, and that is there to satisfy all the doubters that even in God's plan that there is such a place, and that is in heaven, a place where we could all be um, when we have salvation in Jesus Christ, and when Christ has returned, that there is a heaven where there in Scripture says that there will be a place where there will be no more tears, right, and no more pain. And isn't that not a beautiful place that we that atheists are describing? That if there's a loving God, shouldn't there be, no suffering? And there is. That does exist. It is in heaven, and we just aren't there yet. And it's an additional call for us to spend time and pray for our loved ones and our friends who still do not know Jesus Christ, so that we can all be in heaven together. And that is a prayer. Anyways, thank you all so much for following. This was just chatting about three topics: politics, sports, and about God. And while doing that, we're trying to find an Istrum that I don't think we were able to find. Well, I don't see any comments in my chat box, so I'm gonna finish the stream here. Micah, is there anything you want to say, Micah? Anything you want to say, Micah? Micah, you get all shy when we want to say something. Micah, say something. He gets all shy when I ask him to say something. All right, take care, everybody. Bye bye. See you for the next stream.